just want to make it clear that no matter what my relationship status is right now, moving forward, or even in the past, it's always going to be the core thing I've always talked about, which is staying true to yourself, healing emotionally, healing mentally, healing spiritually, healing your relationships, however way that looks, so you can become the best version of yourself, so you can carve yourself into the woman of your dreams, no matter what you've been through. And sometimes life doesn't turn out the way that we desired it to. And so then we get to experience ourselves and other people and life in new nuances. We get to see things from different perspectives. We get to experience our inner world and our outer world from a completely different perspective. So I have been asked a few times, like, oh, does that mean that your manifestation didn't work? Does that mean that everything you taught about or talked about relationships is not true, and things like that? And I think that we tend to have a kind of rigid perspective on life. Just because something isn't working out long term, it doesn't mean that it didn't work in the beginning. So what I mean by that is, you can manifest something, right? You can manifest something now and then decide years later that it's not the best thing for you. But it doesn't mean that you didn't manifest it. It doesn't mean that it's not what you thought you needed at that point, if that makes sense. And so why I'm talking about this openly, even though I could have chosen not to mention that I got a divorce because it's a personal thing, it's because I have been sharing about my marriage, and I've been doing it so openly that I feel like I would be doing you a disservice not to talk about the aftermath of the divorce and the process of divorce. Because what have we been taught as women? We've been taught, and I've received many messages like, thank you so much for being open about it. I could never do it. Like, I don't know how you're so brave. And I think that because how we've been conditioned as women, we tend to think that there is shame in our experiences and we need to hide. I have to leave. This is a recorded video, so you can come back and watch it later, Janet. Yeah. I am wanting to redesign basically the experience we get to have as women on this planet. And so I shared for many years that I thought that I was in an ideal relationship that I never thought would end. Like, nobody thinks that they're gonna divorce when they get married. Like, you would never get married if you thought that you were gonna get divorced. But also that there is no shame in that it doesn't work out, and that you don't have to hide just because it didn't turn out the way you meant it to, the way you desired it to, the way you hoped it to. And also, not only that you don't have to hide, but you get to enjoy the new process. You get to navigate the new process and have as much pride in the new development of your own life, in the new unfolding, in the new path that you're creating. That doesn't mean that, hey, what you showed over here was fake, or what you showed over here didn't work, or what you showed over here was not it. You know, we get to be on one path and switch. We get to reconsider how we want to live our lives. Like, we get to do that, and there is no shame in that. There is no shame in that.